Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. On this video, I'm going to be driving through the town of Silver Lake, Indiana. We will be in Silver Lake in a moment here. I thought I would show you some of the country roads that lead into the town. So anyhow, Silver Lake, Indiana is located in Kosciuszko County. I think that's how you pronounce it. It is located in the northern central region of Indiana. So yeah, we are now in the town of Silver Lake. Now, Silver Lake is 12 miles south of Warsaw. And then you got Columbia City, Indiana, which is 25 miles east of here, as well as North Manchester, which is 11 and a half miles southeast of here. And you also got Fort Wayne, which is 40 miles east of here. And if you want to watch any of those videos, I have all of those communities on this channel. The only community I haven't done yet was Warsaw, which I will be doing a Warsaw video in the very near future. But for all the other communities I mentioned, I have all of those on my channel already, so feel free to go ahead and watch all those videos. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give these videos a thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate it, and I'm going to thank every last one of you in advance. And I'm going to also thank every last one of you who have been watching my channel for any length of time. I'm going to thank every last one of you for your support. So, anyhow, Silver Lake has a population of 875 people as of the 2020 census. It has lost 4.4% of its population. It is down from 915 people, which back in 2010, the population was at 915 people. And from the 2000 census to 2010 census, the population had a 67.6% growth. Now, I'm not sure what caused that population growth back then, but it grew substantially back in 2010. And then back in between 2010 and 2020, it shrunk by 4.4%. But anyways, Silver Lake used to be called Silver Lakeville. Now, the current name Silver Lake was named after Silver Lake, because this community, as you guys will see in a couple of minutes or so, this community is located by Silver Lake. This is a lake. Well, I want to say it's a lakefront community, but some of you will say, oh no, it's not a lakefront community, this ain't considered a lakefront community. So this community is located by a lake there. This community is located by a lake, as you guys will see in a couple minutes or so. Now, your violent crime is below national average. Your property crime is sitting at, well, you know what? Let me do those calculations real quick. I wrote the numbers down, but I didn't bother to calculate all that. So let me go on my calculator real quick and calculate the property crime. Give me a second here. Once I locate my calculator. So the property crime here is sitting at 9% above the national average. That's a property crime. which in all reality, it's not that bad. Now, naturally, nobody wants to even fathom the idea of living somewhere where they can have their crap stolen. But I would say in this community, for the most part, you're not going to really have an issue with people taking your stuff. Because in a community that's 9%, that has a 9% above average rate for property crime, is really not that bad. I mean, there's been a ton of smaller communities like this in other regions of the country that I've driven through and done videos on for this channel, which have a property crime rate of, I would say, quadruple to 5 times that rate. So don't let the 9% above average for property crime freak you out. I mean, all in all, this is a nice, quiet community, not far away from larger communities. I mean, here in Silver Lake, I mean, taking into consideration the size of this community, I will say this community does have fairly decent amenities. I mean, you have a couple of gas stations, and I want to say there's a shopping center in this community as well. I mean, you have a Dollar General and you have a Dollar Tree. I think a Family Dollar, I mean. So, given that this community has less than 1,000 people, the amenities here are not bad. And if you need more and better amenities, the other communities I named off earlier will all provide that for you. I mean, you're only 11 and a half miles. I mean, you're only 12 miles down the street from Warsaw, which has got the population there is like 15,000 people. So whatever amenities you can't find here, you can just go 15 miles down the street north into Warsaw. I mean, 12 miles north, I'm sorry. And you also got North Manchester, which is a little smaller than Warsaw, but it's still, I mean, that community, if I can remember, it's got a good 5,000 people. So there's communities close by, all under an hour, that you have access to from this community, from Silver Lake. So it's not like you're located somewhere in the absolute middle of nowhere where you have no amenities and all that type of stuff. And the racial demographics are 94.6% white, 1% Native American, 2.1% Hispanic. And if you're looking to rent here, your average rent prices are $620 to $1,260 a month. Your average home prices are 150 grand. It's 150 grand. Now, there's not a whole lot of houses for sale at this point. There's only a small handful of them. And the lowest price house I've seen for sale starts at $100,000. Now, sometimes if you do like what I do, you drive around through the community like I'm doing, you might be able to see people that are selling their houses on their own, which in that case, you're not going to see those on any realtor site such as realtor.com. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoy doing these videos. Is because if you watch my videos, sometimes you can see some of the houses that are for sale by owner. And even if you can't see the information, such as the seller's phone number, you know where the community is at. All you gotta do is Google it and go to those areas and check them out for yourself. Now, I will say this is a nice little community for, now there's people out here that, as I've mentioned before, that might live in places that are warmer, such as places throughout the Deep South. And sometimes when you live in the Deep South, you might have the desire to leave your neck of the woods for the hottest months out of the year and go somewhere where it's a lot cooler, where the humidity is going to be a lot lower, to where you can actually go outside and enjoy the fresh air and not get eaten up by mosquitoes. Now, if you're one of those people that maybe you're looking at add a little bit of excitement to your life, you have a little bit of extra money, you're looking to purchase a second home, and maybe you might want to be close to the lake. I mean, I would say this would be a good community for people who are looking for that type of lifestyle. I mean, this community is small, it's quaint. Housing prices aren't too expensive, and you're close by a lot of larger communities. You're under an hour from Fort Wayne, which is a thriving city. Economically, it's doing very good. So I would say a community like this could be a good community for somebody like that to reside in. Now, of course, if you don't mind colder weather for, I would say, 5 months or so out of the year, then I guess you can come up here and live up here full time all year round. And maybe every so often, if you're able to, just go somewhere warmer. Now there's people that live up here that actually don't mind colder weather. They don't mind the snow. They enjoy the snow. Obviously, if you're one of those people, granted, it's not going to get North or South Dakota cold. You're not going to get Buffalo, New York snow. But obviously, given that this is in northern Indiana, it does get cold and you will get snow. And given that this community is by the lake, I mean, it's not by any of the major lakes, but even though the lake here is smaller, even though the lake here is a lot smaller, you're going to still experience a little bit of extra, the air in this particular area is going to probably be a little colder than it would be if you were to live somewhere else that was a little further from the lake. It's kind of like during the summertime, the humidity here might be a little higher because, again, you're by the lake. Even though this ain't one of the Great Lakes, nevertheless, it's still a sizable body of water. But honestly, I could see somebody living here, and for the summer or even year round if you don't mind colder weather. And although I've already purchased my home in Indiana, I mean, if I was still looking to buy a house and I came across a community like this, I definitely would consider buying something around here if I were to find something within my price range and had all the features that I desired. But for those of you that like boating, for those of you that might enjoy going boating, or you might enjoy going kayaking, you enjoy water activities, this would be a good place for you. Like, as you guys can see right now, this time of the year during the fall, you get to walk around. You get to enjoy the different colors of the trees. So, yeah, I mean, But I would say for the most part, this is a nice little small community to live in. I don't really have anything negative to say about this area. So, for those of you that are familiar with this area, go ahead and chime in the comment section. Let me know what you think, whether it be good or bad. And as always, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Andrew's Life. Everyone stay blessed.